Hello everyone, this is part 3 of a video series about creating a note sharing app using Strapi and Nuxt. So in this video we'll be looking at how we can update the notes. In the previous video we looked at creating notes. Now we want to see how you can update a note. So the process for updating a note will involve server-side rendering. This means that we'll have one file for editing the note, one file for confirming if the note has been edited, and adding a link within the note view for updating the note. So we are going to start by updating the pages/notes/id view to include the link to edit a note. So we will open up notes/id view right now, and next we will add in the code. First I will put in word. Oh, why not? Why not word wrap? Yes. Okay. Now the first thing that I will do is update this. So I will just need to make a few changes. I will put the note title as an H2. H1 is notes app. Then we will add a break back to notes list. So below the content we have to add a button. This button is for updating the note, so we'll call it edit note. We'll call it edit note, and let's add another button here. Very good. So this is the button. Link to /notes/edit. So that will be the page for editing. So we need to get the ID, which is the document ID of the note. So we'll get it using this route.params.id, and we'll close that, close it with a closing tag, and shift next link. Then we'll close that, and the next thing we'll do is add in the text that will appear in the button. So we'll say edit note. Why is there an error? Equal. Oh, we're missing an equal sign. Alright, everything is alright now. The next thing that we'll do is commit this to source control. So just say update pages notes id.view. Next time I'll just commit at the end of the video to save time. The next thing is we need to create an edit.view file. This is where we'll edit the node what it'll do is it'll grab the ID, the document ID of the node from the query string, from the URL, then pre-fill the form to be edited with the title and the content of the node. So we're going to say script setup, and so we say const route equal to use route, and we get the node ID from the route after querying the route, the ID from the query string. And the next thing we are going to do is fetch the existing node data to pre-fill the form. So after getting the ID, which is the document ID of the node, we will fetch the node title and content of the node and pre-fill this into the form. We'll pre-fill this into the form. So let's enter the URL 1337/API/nodes/the node ID, which is the document ID according to Strapi of the node, and then let's add in the HTML. So once again, the title of this is the Nodes app, and this page is about editing a node, so we include the title edit node, and then let's enter the form, the action. This action leads to a internal server API route that we'll create afterwards. This is for updating the node, so we'll use post method. We'll post the node data, so it will receive the body and prepare it in a format that Strapi understands. So we have a hidden input. This will tell, so we have a hidden input that will tell the backend which node to update. So in the hidden input, we have to include the document ID. This document ID is the one that will tell the server which node to update. All right, and its value is node ID. Next, we have to put in the title, so we'll pre-fill the title and label for title, which is title, and inside the title we'll pre-fill it, so we'll say input type is equal to text, name equal to title, ID is also title, and we'll bind it using vmodel. So we are grabbing the node, we are pre-filling the title already from the payload we got from fetching the node from the Strapi API. So we pre-fill the title and required. Then the next thing we'll do is pre-fill the content as well. And why first? All right. Next, we'll pre-fill the content for the form. So we'll say label for content and say content. That's the label. Next thing we'll enter is the input type, which will be a text area, and we pre-fill it using the content we grabbed from the payload. Sorry, text area. And so the name will be content and the ID will be content as well, and we will bind it using vmodel. So it's going to be node.data.content as expected from the Strapi payload, and we'll enter required. Next, we'll add in the button just below the form inputs. This will be for submitting the form, so the type will be submit, and we'll say update note for the text that appears on the button. The next thing we will do, so just a recap, this page will handle the update view. It performs the following step. It fetches, it does a server-side fetch by using the ID from the URL to fetch the existing node data, then pre-fills the form and binds the fetched data to the form input so that the user sees what they're editing. So it pre-fills the form with the title and content of the note. Then once you click the submit button after editing the note, it prepares a standard HTML form submission using the HTTP post method to a server handler we're going to create in the next step for updating posts. And it includes a hidden input field. This will pass the document ID to ensuring that Strapi updates the correct record, which is the note we just updated. So first we'll create the update.post.js file in the server /API/nodes folder. So we'll create a new file here, say update.post.js, and wait for it to be created. So the file has been created. Now we will enter the code for the file. So we're saying export default, define event handler, async. This will happen asynchronously, and so what are we saying? First, we will pass the incoming form data. So what will we use to pass the incoming form data? Body await read body event. So once the form is submitted and the event is triggered, we will read the body and assign it to a variable called body. And so the form data is now in the body variable. Next, we will check for the document ID from the body. Document ID. title as well as the content from the body. We need these values. And next thing we'll do is send a put request. Put is an HTTP method used for updating. So we say const Strapi response. So we'll use the fetch method that comes with Nuxt and enter the URL for Strapi, the Strapi server, which is localhost 1337/API/notes/documents. So we enter the document ID of the note, the specific note we want to update, the one we got from the hidden form input in the previous step. So the next thing we will do is a method. So we are using the put method, and we pass in the body, which we have to put the data attribute outside and say title, the title attribute. So title attribute would just be the title we got from the body of the form, as well as the content, which is also named content, which we got from the body of the form as well. Now, after we do that, we then return the send. We redirect the user to the page that confirms that the note has been edited. So we say note/edited ID equal to document ID, and that's it. I think that's it. The next thing we'll do is create. So once we redirect the user to the page that confirms that the note has been edited, we need to create a page for that. This page will confirm that the note has been edited and provide a link to view the edited note. So we will open pages/notes and create a new file and call it edited.view. So inside edited.view, what we will do is enter the following code. So what we will first do inside edited.view is query the route to get the ID. So we say use route. So we use the use route composable so that we can query the route in the query string provided from the URL, and we say route.query.id. Next, so once we get that note ID, we will be able to create the link. And what do we do next? We first provide the title. This is the notes app, and we say notes edited successfully. So this will confirm confirm that the note has been edited successfully, and we just include a paragraph as well, just for emphasis. Your note has been updated. And the next thing, we will provide the link to the updated note using Nuxt link, and we'll bind it, say to what are we saying, notes slash, we provide the note ID variable, and this note ID variable here, that's the one we will use for the link to view the note, the specific note we updated, and we include a button. This is the button that you will view. So the text that appears in the button is view edited note. Then below the button, we will include a link to view all the notes. So back to all notes, say Nuxt link to slash notes. So we say back to all notes, and we are done. That should be it. I think it's time to test the code. So what we will do first is start the Strapi server. So we'll go into the Strapi where Strapi is installed, which is backend, and run npm run develop in the terminal. Then wait for it to start. While it starts, we'll also start the front end server, the Nuxt development server. So we will cd into the front end folder, then start the Nuxt development server using npm run dev, and the Nuxt development server started as well. So Strapi has started as well. Since I'm using code space, I'll have to port forward. So I'll just enter the command for port forwarding, the code space. Just a second, and I think it'll be ready. Yes, it's ready. The next part is now opening, previewing our app so that we can confirm. First, we'll have to make sure your Strapi server is running, and that's running. So we'll visit localhost /3000/notes. So first, let's open the front end UI for the Nuxt app. So wait for it to load, and it is loaded successfully. Next, we'll click to view notes, and the notes have loaded. Next, we will view a note. So let's click 7th note. So the 7th note and the edit note button is there. So let's take a screenshot to confirm that. And yes, and save that as updated individual note page. Next, we will click the edit note button, which will direct us to the to the page for editing notes, and as expected, the note is pre-filled with the content as expected, so everything is working. Screenshot of that as well. Next we will save that as edit note page. Okay, so then after that, let's just enter something to confirm edit. So we'll say u 2% updated, and even here say updated, and so we'll click update note. So we will have to click update note. So that we'll be redirected to the page that confirms that. So note has been edited successfully. Note has been edited successfully. So that's 10. That's image 10. Right. Note edit success. Save that, and we close that. So we have to view edited note, confirm that it has been edited, and yes, it has been edited. It has been edited. The same text we entered is the same text that appears, so everything is working as expected. So thank you for watching this stream. Note view updated. Yes, so that has worked as expected. So we just go back to home, and thank you for watching. In the next stream we will look at deleting notes.